It's currently a Wednesday morning, and I want to say that it is, the 9th? The 10th. Today's the 10th of September. And it is so overcast and cool outside, and it makes me think of fall. Like, it honestly, it brings me pure happiness and joy. And if you're someone that loves the fall season, autumnal things, then I say embrace it when you can. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to just throw on a little outfit to get my day going, and I think it might be time for a little Barnes & Noble's trip. I have gone to Barnes & Noble's. I feel like the last time I went was maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But it's been a while since I actually went in and maybe like picked up a book or two. And I've been seeing that they have this new book for their like $5 books when you go in and you get like a drink. And it looks cute and it looks fall and cozy, and I kind of want to see it, see if I want to pick it up and just have a little peruse around and see what else I may find. I don't know if I'm going to pick up a lot of books. I think sometimes I get very influenced by those that you see, especially here on YouTube or Book Talk, where people are like constantly going to the bookstore and buying an excessive amount of books or have these grand huge libraries. And I think it is normal to be, I don't know, like motivated by it or feel the need that you have to do the same thing, but I think I want to learn that that is not a necessity, and it is a treat. It is something that you do for yourself because you enjoy it, but it doesn't have to be this grand thing where you go out and you buy like 20 books, 10 books. I mean, honestly, even 5 books is quite a lot. So I just want to go see what we can find, and maybe I can give you guys some recommendations on things that I see. But yeah, I feel like that would be fun. I am just finishing up getting ready though, so I have just sprayed this on. I really like these. They're super affordable. I get them at Target. They're like $6-7 and they smell really nice. I don't know how long the fragrance actually like stays on you for. I never really noticed the scent, but I do like what it smells like. This one in particular is actually rose and sandalwood, and I like that smell. It's very light and fresh. But like I said, I am just finishing getting myself ready. I would really like to put earrings in. The only thing is my ears get so irritated when I do. My ears are super sensitive now, so I'll attempt at some point, but maybe we'll forgo those today. Very simple outfit. I did put on a little bit of makeup. I, again, influenced, but picked up this off of, let's see if it'll focus, off of Amazon, and I really like it. I do have some freckles, but I wanted to enhance it a little bit, so I put on a few on my face, a little bit of blush and foundation. That's really it. Nothing crazy. That's it. I'm not a big makeup girl. I think makeup looks really pretty, but I also think makeup is meant to enhance your features and not cover anything up, so I try not to go crazy. But again, I feel like sometimes you can't help but be influenced by those that you see around you. So anywho, that's what I'm wearing for makeup. In terms of my outfit, let's see if I can show you guys. Very simple, very casual, but it feels perfect for the fall incoming season, I guess, and I am really trying to bring that energy here. So I've just got this really cute striped long sleeved shirt, and then I just have on some, like, I don't even know what you would call these. They're not really leggings, but more like active wear, loungy, legging type material, pants, whatever. We're gonna go with it. But yeah, that is the outfit. So I think I am ready to go. It's so funny because I deal with obviously anxiety. So I shouldn't say obviously because you may not know that, but I deal with anxiety, and I do talk about that here and there on my channel. So if you ever, if you personally deal with anxiety and you like to have someone in your corner that also understands what you're going through, then I'm glad to be that person for you. But my anxiety really gets heightened when I have to go out in public spaces. And I am really trying to learn to embrace it and not let things like that stop me from living my life or doing the things that I want to do, because I've been there and done that, and it is not a fun time. There was literally, I think, maybe 2-3 years where I never really left the house. The only time I left the house was for work, and then I'd come home and not leave my house until I had to go to work again. So that is not, for me personally, a way to live life. I don't think that you should keep to yourself like that, but things happen, and that's what happened to me. So the reason why I'm saying all that though is because when I have to go do things like this, or not have to, but when I attempt to do things like this, it is sometimes really nerve-wracking for me. And I already went out today, and I told myself I wasn't gonna go back out. I went to the Target by my house, which I go to, it feels like every day or every other day, just because it is very convenient. It's right across the street. It's almost like a one-stop shop, so I can get groceries there, I can get clothes, I can get household items, like everything that I need is pretty much at the Target. So it's very often that either I'm there or Anthony's there. So I went there this morning, but now I'm like, I need to actually go do something for me, and I really want to go to the bookstore. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do plan to go to the bookstore again, maybe this weekend with Anthony. This is bothering me. Sorry. Why is this not going down? Okay, well, whatever. I think I might go back to the bookstore this weekend with Anthony, just because we, if you haven't heard about it, I'm gonna put you guys onto this now. You can use this for pretty much any type of purchase, but there's an app called Fetch that I use all the time, and basically what you do is you just scan your receipts. So whether you get a printed receipt or you get like a, I don't know, like an e-receipt or whatever, you can connect your Amazon account, your email account, all sorts of different things, and upload those receipts, and you gain points every time. And sometimes you get more points depending on what the receipt is for or what items you purchased. And we recently got 50,000 coins or something like that. That's like your points that you get, and you can redeem those for actual cash rewards. And I redeemed it for a $50 Barnes & Noble's gift card, which I'm very excited about. And I figure Anthony and I could share that, since we both love to read, and we could go to Barnes & Noble's together and maybe pick out 1 or 2 books each and use that gift card to help balance out. So that's why I don't think I'm going to buy like anything much today, except for maybe the $5 book. Might as well take advantage of that deal, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I think that I am stalling. I honestly think that I'm stalling, and I am trying to avoid going outside, but I also want to go outside. It's beautiful. Like when I say it's beautiful, guys, perfection. And I also never take my camera with me. When I go out, I always record on my phone. I think today we're gonna attempt with the camera. So let's go. Okay, I'm back home. I obviously have changed. I put on my little like loungewear set. I have a couple different like well, really just 2 color variations, but they sell a couple different color variations at Target, which is where I got it. But it's like a matching set. They have these like tank tops, they have long sleeves, they have shorts, long pants, you know, the drill. Gosh, there's a lot of noise out there right now, and I really would like to have the window open, but I would really also like to be able to talk to you guys too without all of the background noise. So I think I'm just gonna close the window just for a second. Not the window, the balcony door, just for a second so that I can chat to you guys a little bit. It was out for probably about an hour. It's only a little bit after 12, about 12:02. And I think I left a little bit before 11. So yeah, was out for a little while, not too long. I walked there because it's literally like across the street from me. So first things first, I'll show you what I did get. I was walking around the store with it for quite some time, but I got a Jane Austen classic, and this is Sense and Sensibility. Actually, I haven't read this one. I love Pride and Prejudice. I was actually debating between this, Pride and Prejudice, and Little Women. I love the story of Little Women. I grew up with that story. I remember having, like, my mom had like kind of like those cloth covered binding books of Little Women, and I always used to watch the Winona Ryder version of the movie, and I just love it so much. I haven't been able to get myself to watch the remake of Little Women, so if you have and you enjoyed it, let me know. But I decided to pick up Sense and Sensibility. I haven't read this one, so this one just felt like it made the most sense to pick up, and I'm happy with that decision. I did, of course, peruse around, and I found a lot of like really fun looking books and books that I think would be great for the fall season, or things that I just think would be really nice for either myself to read, but more specifically that you guys may be interested in reading this time of year. But I decided to go for a classic because when I was there, something just like popped into my head, because I was just seeing classics everywhere for some reason today, and something just popped into my head that like classics are, I think, kind of the perfect read during like the fall winter months, because those are the months where life is moving slow. There's a lot of downtime, and these books can be sometimes quite daunting and really hard to get into because of the language and just trying to understand what is happening in the books. And I think that classics are great for that time because you don't have to rush. You can take your time, you know, maybe on a day where it's like a snow day or like a really slow, cozy at home fall kind of day. You can pick up a classic if you're interested in getting into those or just want to read one for the time. But that's why I ended up picking up the classic. I did go to the bakery, and I thought I would sit down and like get a drink and read and stuff, but I decided not to do that because when I went to the bakery, I did not see the book. I did not see the $5 book, which was kind of a little sad. I really was like, that was the only book I actually intended to pick up, so I'm kind of sad that that wasn't there. But that's okay. If I meant to find it, I will find it. So yeah, that is what I ended up getting at Barnes & Noble's. Like I said, did not plan to pick up a lot of anything. I have that $50 gift card, and if we go this weekend, that is when I will maybe pick up 1 or 2 more books. But I also stopped at my favorite bakery. If you don't have one of these nearby you, maybe you have something similar. They're kind of like a, I don't know if it's Japanese or Korean. I don't know what it is, but delicious baked goods that they have there. They also have sandwiches, and they have just a variety of different things, and you can get coffees and all that stuff. But I think there's different types of variations of bakeries like this, so I'm sure if you don't have this particular one, you may have something similar nearby you, hopefully. But if you haven't checked them out, I would definitely recommend it. I picked up this sandwich. I'm like honestly obsessed with it, and they changed their packaging too. It normally doesn't come in this type of box, but this is the chicken salad sandwich, and it is so good. When I tell you it is so good, I'm not even joking. It has like avocado, obviously chicken, lettuce. I think they put cranberries and like maybe almonds in it, so if you're a fan of something like that, it's very, very good. And then I really like their drinks. So I picked up this one. The last time I think I got like a white peach one. That was really good. So this is more of like a lemonade. So I'm gonna have that sit here on the couch, I think, for the remainder of the day. I put up my old like computer monitor out here in the living room because if you don't know, I don't have a TV out here. We have a projector, but we honestly don't use it as often as I thought we would. We do actually like to be out in the living room without having so much like distraction, and it's a great place for me to read. So I didn't want it to be something that had to be here and be stationary all the time, and also the projector is just a pain in the butt to set up. But long story made short, I took my TV monitor, not my TV monitor, what am I saying? Slow down. I took my computer monitor and we were gonna pack it up, and I was like, you know what? I could hook up the Apple TV to it, and like when we wanna watch something, it's a perfect little screen. We sit it on the coffee table and there we go. So that's what I did. I did that actually yesterday, and it's been so lovely. Please do not mind the pile of blankets and stuff that are over there. I normally put that white thing on the couch when I leave so that the dog can sit up here, but yeah, that is what it's like, and it's been really nice to have it. Yeah, it's been really nice to have that and be able to like watch movies or a show. I watched episode 10 of The Summer I Turned Pretty this morning out here with my breakfast, and that was really nice because normally I'd watch it on like my iPad or my computer if I was sat out here. And I don't want my computer to be like my form of entertainment because it's really for work. So that is that. So I'm gonna sit out here. I'll probably read some more of my book. In case you were wondering, I'm reading multiple books at a time. I really am trying to not do that anymore, but it is, I fear, really hard for me to not, because I am a mood reader. And I was actually telling, one of my best friends yesterday that I was saying that like, as much as I am enjoying the book that I'm currently reading, I get sometimes to like the 50, 60, 70% mark, and I'm like, why am I still reading this book? Like, how is it not over yet? And I say that not because the book is bad. Nothing to do with that. I could be completely enjoying the book, but my brain has already got 6 other books that I now want to get to, and I want to get to those books. It's a problem. It's a problem. And then when I get to those books, it's the same cycle over and over. So I'm trying to learn to just slow down, be in the present moment, and enjoy what I have, because if I keep rushing forward, I'm never going to be here present in the moment. So if you need a little reminder to be present and enjoy the moment, take this as that reminder. Slow down, enjoy your reads, go outside, take a walk, enjoy the season, even when it's a dark and gloomy, rainy day, because I did get rained on when I was out there. But even when it's a dark and gloomy day, you can still make the best of it. Before I leave you on that note, like I said, I'll share with you what I am reading. First things first, I just finished this morning. I had been meaning to pick this up since the beginning of summer, I think, maybe like May, something like that. Basically when it first came out. And that's because I have recently found Frederick Bachman's writing this year, and I think that he is an amazing author. He really puts a lot of depth into his characters. You feel for them, you root for them, you fall in love with them and the stories. So I decided to pick this one up. This one was no different. And it was also sad and beautiful and heartwarming, and it was just a really good, feel-good book with some really tough situations and topics in it. But I had a really great time reading this, so if you haven't picked it up, I would definitely recommend checking it out if it's something on your radar, or if you're just looking for something that gives you all of those vibes and feelings that I was just talking about. I would definitely recommend this book, or honestly maybe just check out any of his books. I think he does like a writing style like what I just said very, very well. And I am currently also reading The Spell Shop, and this is by Sarah Beth Dirts. I have really been enjoying this one. I think this one I was originally going to read in the spring, just because I'm looking at the cover and I'm like, this really gives me spring vibes. But I'm also really glad that I waited to pick it up till now, because this one is giving me what I was hoping Legends and Lattes was gonna give me. I read that book I think last year around this time or sometime in the fall, and I think it was a buddy read pick with my friend Jessica and I just didn't enjoy that book. I wanted something cozy that was fun, had a whimsical fantasy like element to it, and that one just didn't meet the mark. But this one is definitely meeting the mark for me. We are following a young woman who is not she's not what you would normally expect. She's got blue skin and blue hair, and lives on this island, or has run and returned back to this island that she grew up on, because the city in which she was living is basically under attack. And this all has to do with magic and magical spells and books and jam. And there is a little bit of a love interest in this book as well. And this has just been really nice and really easy to pick up. Even if I don't pick it up every day, it's really easy to get back into. So this, if you haven't picked up, is a very good read. And I think it would be really nice for the fall, because like I said, it has got that cozy, whimsical, fantasy-like element to it that I was hoping Legends and Lattes was going to give me, but this one didn't. And I know that there is a second book to it, so once I finish this, we'll see when I get to that one. Finally, I started this one last night because I was like, as soon as I finish My Friends, I will pick this book up. I got inspired by Ashlyn and Haley's videos that they posted this past week, where they kind of swapped libraries, which I thought was fun. If you don't know who they are, I can pop them up so you can see. But if you don't know who they are, then I don't know. I'm on a different side of BookTube, I guess. But one of the books that Haley actually they both read in that video, was The Prison Healer, and this is by Lynette Noni. I may have pronounced that name completely wrong, but that is what I am currently reading. I didn't actually wait to finish My Friends before I picked it up. I did pick it up last night, and I think I got to chapter 3 or chapter 4. I can't remember, so let's find out. Yeah, on chapter 4 currently, which I'm only 6% through the book, but so far it's interesting, and it follows this young woman. Don't know too much about her yet, but from what I know since I've started reading the book, she is in a prison, and she's basically a prison healer, hence the name, The Prison Healer. I don't know what's going to come of it from where I'm at now, but I'm sure there is going to be much more to uncover as the book goes on. But the thing that really interested me and made me want to pick this up was both Ashlyn and Haley were talking about the ending of the book, specifically like what happens on the last page, and their reactions to it had me just being like, what is this? I need to know what it is. So that is the other book that I am currently reading. So I don't know which one I will probably get to today. I've already started reading The Spell Shop. That's what I was listening to while I was out doing my adventures. That, I will say, if you're someone that deals with anxiety or like social anxiety, anything like that, when you have to be out in social situations, maybe not like hanging out with people, but like when you're going out into public spaces by yourself, I always like to listen to something. I have AirPods Pros, so I always put them in transparency mode or only have like one in, because you should also be very aware of your surroundings. But like, I always listen to like an audiobook while I'm doing things like that, because it does help kind of calm me and center me so that I can go out and still enjoy my time. Also, another thing, this is not a remarkable idea here, because now that I'm about to say this, I'm like, why haven't you done it before? But going to Barnes and Nobles like first thing in the morning, or like when they just open, or roughly around the time I did on a weekday, top tier experience. I felt so comfortable. I whipped out the camera, I was recording things, I was taking pictures, which I never do in there, and it was nice. So I felt a lot more at ease being there and doing that. I don't know, gonna chill out, light the candle, pick up a book, and I think that's how I'll spend the rest of my day. So thank you so much for being here. I really and truly appreciate it. This video was really spontaneous, and I thought it would be nice to give a more realistic look to my day. But yeah, I thought it would just be nice to take you guys along with you, have a more like, almost like a one-on-one kind of conversation, hanging out with a friend and just doing things together. So if you did like this video, if you enjoyed this style of content, let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, because if you do like this, I will be sure to make more. And it means the world to me that you guys are here, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you and take care.